Hello, and welcome to the show. My name is Beastmaster Gaming. Now, today I'm going to be doing World Custom Robot Wednesday. And some of you are like, yo, I did not sign up for this. I was waiting for this one video you told me you would release like yesterday. And I'm sorry about that. I'm actually very, very sorry about that. I don't want to make up any excuses, but like, I made it a 32-minute long video. And surprise, surprise, iMovie told me I couldn't post it because it was too long. Now that just made me more sad because I worked on it for so long. It was like 2 weeks I worked on it. And then iMovie just like, nope. And then like killed me, so I am very, very angry. iMovie sucks! Anyway, I'm going to be starting off, well today with the Mexican faction. What you guys voted down in the poll I put up like last week or like Saturday. If you live in another country or state or whatever, you probably have different time zones as me. So like California, yeah. Okay, so we're gonna start off with the Chupacabra, the goat sucker. Its health is 89,000. Its speed is 35 km. Ability: the Chupacabra drains enemies HP to gain more damage output. The more damage you do to your enemies, the more damage you will be able to do. Its loadout is 2 lights, 1 heavy. Cooldown 16 seconds. And the ability should last in the range of 7 seconds. So, yeah, it's probably very, very powerful, I have to admit. As you are the one that has to go in there and do the damage. Now, it would probably get some crazy resistance. I'll probably say like 30% damage resistance. But it's not going to get an insane amount like the Leech. The Leech got like a ridiculous amount of damage resistance. Because Bixonic wanted to get more money. And then, well, yeah, they just want to get more money. Now, that robot sounds pretty overpowered. This faction, all the factions and robots I make are not supposed to be overpowered. They're supposed to be fair and balanced. And if they seem overpowered, then I messed up. I'm sorry. Now, we have La Llorona in the second robot in the Mexican faction. Its health is 70,000 and its speed is 40 kilometers. La Llorona can use a clone of itself. Basically, the clone is not like, oh, I cloned myself and have 2 robots now and we can beat this guy up. No. He basically clones himself and it looks exactly like your robot, has your username and the amount of HP you had on the robot before you cloned it. Now that is pretty, it sounds like a very good robot, kind of weak, but here's something else. The robot goes into stealth. So the person that is targeting you now starts targeting the clone and mistakes it for you. And so it assumes, oh, he's there, I might as well attack him. You can use him in tricky situations. For example, if the guy's targeting you and you're like hiding somewhere, you can use the clone to bait him. He'll go out, use his ability on him, and he'll be like, wait, what happened? Secretly, you're right behind him and blasting him with storm or gust or whatever. Yes. And its loadout is 2 mediums and its cooldown is 8 seconds. So it is basically upgraded pre-nerf Phantom. I don't even know. It's basically a Phantom with another clone. And it can't teleport, so yeah. Now that robot, La Llorona, sounds probably like the most powerful robot in this faction. But it's probably the weakest one due to the fact that if you're low HP and the person targets you and has quantum radar, then you're done for. Now, El Selbon is the last robot in this faction. Its health is 90,000, its speed is 30 km, and the ability of this robot slows down other robots by 80% for 6 seconds. Now, some of you are like, yo, we already have the Glacier and the Rhyme and the other one. I totally forgot the other one. And I don't think we need that robot. You're right, we probably don't really need it. But hey, I made it up before those weapons came out. I made all these factions like 2 months ago, so don't judge me. And well, this robot has 2 heavy weapons and a cooldown of 10 seconds. Now, if you were running this thing with lockdown, then well, you didn't really need the ability in the first place. But if you're running it with like Avengers or something, then wow, you're gonna shred the person up, because he's gonna be like, let's say he's in a Lancelot. He's gonna go much slower. Probably walk as slow as a Lancelot. I just realized the Lancelot's the slowest robot in the game anyway, so it doesn't really matter. He'll probably walk like 2 km per second and be like, oh my god, what's happening? And then you'll just roast him with Avengers or something, or Ember. That's basically it for this faction. This faction was kind of not that interesting, to be honest with you. I try to make it like very unique with every other robot, but I believe the Scavenger faction, the Oni faction, the IDF, and the Construction faction, and some of the unknown robots are probably the most interesting ones because I made it creative. And the Atlantean faction. The Atlantean faction is pretty interesting. But the Mexican faction, I didn't really think it through that much. I did think it through, but I just didn't really know what I should have put in. But yeah, that does it for this faction. And I'm going to be giving you guys interesting ideas because this video is going to go on for quite a while. Now, the interesting buffs I have. I'm only going to say one right now. Lancelot and Rhino gets ramming change. So basically, if a Rhino rams into something, it will do damage. Imagine the possibilities. Imagine what you could do with that. You can literally ram an Ares into a wall, and you will do like what, 30,000 damage to it? To an Ares, 30,000 damage is basically a death sentence because it only has like 60,000 HP at like level 1. And fully max is like 120, so... And the Rhino and Lancelot get ramming buff? Well, yeah, that's gonna be pretty cool, but lockdown. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please like and subscribe. Beastmaster Gaming, signing off. Bye-bye.